Welcome back. We're tackling relationship issues with certified sex therapist Emily Diala, and she's taking your calls, 713-284-1055. All right, before the break, I did say, you know, a lot of kids go off to separate colleges, and they're like, oh, we'll be okay for the next 4 years. You're at Texas Tech, and I'm at Oxford in England or something, you know.
Right. No, it sounds romantic, and it sounds like it's doable. And, you know, with the way we have Skype and Vonage and all that, you know, we are communicating more. But the truth is, you know, you get it at those parties, a couple glasses of that trash can punch may change things
The
a
trash
little bit.
can punch.
We were talking about that beforehand. But yeah, I think it's nice to have the idea, but you don't want to limit yourself. There are so many wonderful experiences to have in college and friends and people you'll meet. So I think as long as you're continuing to do those other kinds of social events, it's worth a shot, but keep an open mind.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Barbara, who's on the phone. Good morning, Barbara. Barbara?
Yes.
Good morning. What's your question?
Hi. I'm wondering, I have a 16-year-old, and he has a girlfriend, and the only girlfriend, and he just forget about his guy friends. He's like have no time for his other buddies because of his girlfriend.
So he's not hanging out with
his
friends?
Which we see that happen. Same with, I bet that girl's not hanging out with her girlfriends either, right?
It's really important, like I was just saying, to kind of keep the conversation on how important it is to have a good balance. You know, sure, it's fine at that age to maybe start dating a little bit, but go and do things together with a group so you're socializing with other people and getting to know people. You know, it's important to maintain a balance if possible, but yeah, eventually they're going to get to an age where it's just harder to exercise that level of control, and the more you try to push something in, we know the more they're going to resist it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that choice of words there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Let's move on here to Nikki has a question. Hi, Nikki.
Good morning, Deborah. And my question is, what is too much talk, yet not enough talk, to share with your teen about sex?
You know, I would say there's very little, or it's never too much. You don't want to get vulgar, obviously, but I think it's always important for them to be very well informed, because they will get on the internet and read stuff and view stuff, and a lot of times what they're seeing there is so distorted, or they're getting information from their friends, which is totally inaccurate. So, you know, I'm of the mind that it's always important to talk to teens about sex and relationships as well. And it's not just about the birds and the bees. I mean, I encourage parents to talk to their kids about sex for pleasure and how to make yourself feel good versus relying on another person. I mean, I think it's important to cover all of it.
Yeah, and why you would do that. Sometimes, you know, girls feel like they feel pressured or feel like the only way they're going to be loved is if they do that. And you know, so we got to understand what role sex plays in terms of even in power. Okay, Rhonda.
Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning.
My question, first of all, I love your colors. Beautiful summer colors.
Sunrise and sunset.
You're right. You definitely rock. But my question is, how soon is it for them to have a relationship? What's the appropriate age? And then also, how to stress having boundaries during that time? And then thirdly, guarding their heart, because knowing that if it's an early age, that they think this is the guy, the girl for them forever, and you know that that's probably not the case. How can you communicate that to them effectively?
And do we want to protect them from their heart being broken, really, when it comes to life experiences?
You know, to an extent, yes, but this is the point of dating, so that they can have these experiences. And I mean, I know I was the kind, I made my mistakes for myself. You know, my parents talked to me about things, and I was so fortunate that they did. You know, but a lot of stuff, it's trial and error, and the kids have to go through those experiences so that they don't then maybe meet someone later in life and decide, okay, this is the person, I'm going to marry them, and then have to go through the divorce process. You know, so if they have some relationship experiences early on, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Because how many of us, you thought you were so in love with that person in high school or college, and you look back and think, we had no business being together. But that was your training ground, right?
It's training. It is training. And as far as how early is too early, you know, it depends on the maturity of the child, I think, and how close you are with them, you know, your level of involvement with them. Do you know the person that they're dating? Do you know their parents? Those kinds of things are all important to consider when you're thinking about that.
Because my son is at 5, he identified his wife in his kindergarten class. And he's 9 now, and he would drive down the street and he goes, do you think Delaney would like that house? Okay, we have Alice on the phone. Good morning, Alice.
Yes, I just have a comment, and maybe if you know, if you could touch on it. I'm wondering if you could elaborate on if we're following all these celebrities and whatever is going out there today, as far as just having the kids, before marriage, what kind of message does that send to our kids? If you could touch on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sends a message like we were discussing a bit ago that, it's okay to have different kinds of relationship structures. It's not always going to be, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby.
Yeah.
It's just
and it
not
never
that,
has been that way.
It never
really.
has.
Yeah.
We like to pretend it has, but the truth is, yeah, you're right, it really hasn't. So I think it's good to start a dialogue around different relationship structures and, different ways that people have children. I think that's all important conversation to have to kids. So if you just rely on what they're getting from the media, it's only going to go so far. You have to follow up with your own discussion.
And I'm going to wrap that up with what a minister once preached in church. It was a fun church. He said, a lot of you should act more like dogs. A dog will at least sniff to see if he should make puppies with that other dog. You got to just at least to go, should I make puppies with that dog right there, right? So that later you're not saying he's a dog, he doesn't pay his child support, he doesn't do this, right? Okay, so I just ended it. Don't email me about that. But anyway, Emily, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you'd like to know more about Emily's relationship tips, just go to our site at greatdayhouston.com. I want to mention that although your specialty is in sex as well, you handle all kinds of relationship issues.
All of it, yep.
All right. And don't forget to log on to Facebook to let us know your favorite thing about summer. Some of us just enjoy more daylight, and believe it or not, some people just like it really hot. We'll share some of your comments a little bit later on in the show. And later, we'll show you one of the best places to have fun in the sun.